got real for the Calgary Flames. The Flames have officially completed the Sean Monahan trade to the Montreal Canadiens, which has confirmed the status of their own 2025 first-round draft pick. Also, after an incredible season for both the Flames youngsters and their prospects, many are being awarded for their performances. We're going to get into all that and more in this video. But first, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and let's talk about the draft first and foremost. Since the draft lottery happened last night, and the Flames had a very slim chance to win that lottery, and in case you missed it, they didn't. They ended up with the 16th overall pick, which of course was traded to Montreal, so we do not have the 16th overall pick. That was just our pick was awarded 16th because we didn't win the lottery, and I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but that was an interesting way to present it. It was different from what they've done before. I don't know if they've always done the lottery that way. They just presented it to us differently, but either way, we do not hold on to this pick, of course, as the final part of the Sean Monahan deal. So the Calgary Flames don't win the NHL draft lottery, and they send the 16th overall pick to the Canadiens. That wasn't exactly a huge surprise, given that they only had a 0.5% chance of winning the NHL draft lottery. Pretty crazy that the Islanders won the lottery to go up to first overall pick. That was pretty nuts. I mean, congratulations to them, I suppose. Better to be in a different conference from us. Glad San Jose or Chicago didn't get it, I guess, but very interesting overall. Now, the Flames won't have to wait long to pick after the Canadiens step up to the podium on June 27th, though, as they'll select 18th overall thanks to the pick they acquired in the trade that sent Markstrom to the Devils. So yes, the Habs actually, I believe, have the 16th and 17th overall pick because of us, but we have the 18th, so it's not like we really gave up all that much, just 2 picks behind. Obviously, in an ideal world, the Habs wouldn't have that pick, but they do. But at least Conroy kind of made up for Tree Living's terrible trade by getting a pick just 2 picks later. Overall, wonderful to see that. Now, here's where some massive implications come in as well. The Flames obviously also own the Panthers' first-round pick as a result of the Matthew Tkachuk swap in 2022, but we'll have to wait to find out where they're picking until when the Panthers are eliminated from the playoffs. Obviously, last year they never were eliminated. Now, it could land anywhere from the early 20s to the 32nd pick overall. We would rather have it be sooner, so fingers crossed Toronto can obviously get the job done. I know most Flames fans will never be cheering for Toronto, but it really does benefit us. Other people will say, who cares? The pick could be 20th, it could be 32nd. We probably have a good idea of who we're going to get, and we're going to get them. No, we got to get it sooner than later. Go Leafs, go, essentially. But overall, it is interesting. Since I think our brains tell us that we want Florida to lose and Toronto to win, there were some implications in that game yesterday. So it would be nice for Florida Panther Matthew Tkachuk to not experience happiness for 1 year. Yes, Tkachuk has obviously gone to the finals twice in 2 years with Florida after being traded from the Calgary Flames. Obviously, there was a little bit of heartbreak losing in the final to Vegas a couple years ago, but still, it would be nice if they could kind of falter a little bit and make it at least seem like we have a chance at winning the trade. But, I mean, we've already lost it, and there's no turning back. But it is interesting, as there were also implications with another former Calgary Flame, not just Tkachuk, as also Sam Bennett was involved in a major play last night, so it sums up the NHL's priorities. No hearings or suspensions or fines for a blatant elbow to the head that causes a concussion. If you missed it, Sam Bennett elbowing Anthony Stolarz in the head, the Leafs goalie, of course. But the league cares a lot about flipping pucks at former teammates in warm-ups. We've seen that a couple times now in the playoffs where players have been fined and teams have been fined. Obviously, Nick Cousins with the Sens against the Leafs did it, and it happened in another series as well. I can't remember. Was it Washington and Montreal? I think it was that one as well. So clearly, the NHL has their priorities straight, and again, in no way does this help the Flames, but it would be nice if Florida could obviously lose and our pick improves. Next, what did it also just get real for? Oh, it got real for Dustin Wolf. Wolf for Calder. It doesn't come as a huge surprise, but Dustin Wolf has officially been named a Calder Memorial Trophy finalist for the Rookie of the Year in the National Hockey League. A huge congratulations goes out to Wolfie. What a season he had. The Flames' MVP. He was just sensational in his first year of NHL hockey. We're so lucky to have him, and he gets rewarded with that nomination right there. The other finalists are Macklin Celebrini from the San Jose Sharks, who had a great season, Lane Hudson, who was breaking records, with the Montreal Canadiens, and obviously Wolf rounds out the trio there that have been named the Calder Trophy finalists. Personally, I think Lane Hutson will probably win, not only just because he plays for the Habs and, obviously storied franchise, they seem to give a little bit of favor to those types of franchises, but still, he just had an incredible season. Now, I will say he was the secondary assist merchant. I can't deny that his stats were wonderful. Obviously, that's just me being biased and hoping that Wolf can win it. But Lane Hutson did have a wonderful season, a lot of secondary assists. Celebrini also had a wonderful season with San Jose on a terrible Sharks team, but Dustin Wolf, to me, of course, deserves it, but I really don't think he will win it. A great comment here under the nominees was this one. So this guy said, most important player on the team, the goalie, Wolf. He thinks Wolf should win because the goalie is the most important and because Wolf was really the reason why we were in the playoff race in general. Hudson's team did go to the playoffs, but obviously they crashed out in 5 games, so it didn't matter all that much. But hey, either way, a huge congratulations to Wolf on the nomination. Now, let's get into a bit of prospect news. Not exactly who you might think I'm going for first here, but it's actually a Mr. Luke Misa, who maybe his brother will be joining us soon if we make a trade with San Jose. Expect a video on that maybe in the next week or so. But Luke Misa has actually committed to the Penn State Nittany Lions for next year. And interestingly enough, his teammate, or ex-teammate, I should say, Porter Martone, is also being offered a spot with the Nittany Lions at Penn State for next season. I think $250K or something. That NIL money's wild. But very, very great that one of our prospects will be developing even further in the NCAA. And he's actually not the only one, as if we check a few more here. So Flames 5th rounder Luke Misa will play for Penn State next season. Misa follows fellow prospects Eric Jamieson and Henry Muse in opting to take the NCAA route out of junior. So Jamieson going to Denver, Henry Muse going to Michigan, which are obviously both great hockey schools. Penn State is very good as well. So great to see Misa, Jamieson, and Muse all taking that next step in their development. Misa this year had 85 points in 67 games. Absolutely wonderful. He had 34 goals and 51 assists. Amazing to see here. This is a huge get for the Nittany Lions. So if you're a big fan of college hockey, maybe you're a big fan of Penn State, Luke Misa is now your guy. But great to see some of our prospects really getting that next step in their development. You just love to see it. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. It comes from the last video on the channel from a couple days ago now about Matty Coronato signing, of course. And this one from Jared Bainbridge piqued my interest. He said, I will be the bold one and say Matt Coronato will have a better career than Camilleri. Obviously, Conroy made the comparison between Coronato and Camilleri. I don't even think it's all that bold to say Coronato will have the better career. Not to discount or discredit, I should say, Mike Camilleri. He had a fantastic career, but we hope Coronato is a star, and I personally think all it takes will be a really good center to be with him on a line, build some chemistry, and just get those goals non-stop. You love to see it. We love Camilleri, but we love Coronato the Bison even more. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe like you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.